scream. Out in public, make the scene.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me, quick jump out for you. Let it get inside of me. I tell them what.
I don't know what's happening. First order of business, let's get into it for the weekly wrap up. Frank Ocean. And I'm trying to handle this topic without showing how much of a stan that I am. I am thoroughly disappointed with how that entire Frank Ocean performance was handled. So with that being said, Frank Ocean was supposed to be doing his performance last night at 10:05 p.m. West Coast time. Mind you, that's 1 o'clock in the morning on East Coast time. Thoughts and prayers to y'all. It was about maybe like 8 o'clock last night, and YouTube put out a tweet talking about, hey, yeah, by the way, the Frank Ocean performance will not be live streamed. Huh? What do you mean it won't be live streamed? Since when? What do you mean? Not only are you gonna pull a stunt like that, you gonna do a stunt like that hours before? Between the time that YouTube put out the tweet saying that it would not be live streamed to 10:05 p.m. Baby, I was on TikTok, I was on Instagram, I was still on the Coachella YouTube feed, just looking and searching. Is anyone going live? Is anyone showing this performance at all? My standum and my fandom was creeping out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking, link? Does anyone have a link of the performance? It was getting nasty. Performance was supposed to start at 10:05. Then 10:30 pulled around, then 10:45 pulled around, then 11 p.m. flew around. My sister's texting me from Atlanta. She said, hey man, I got stuff to do in the morning. Like, I can't stay up all night. And then, y'all, it got to the point where he finally came on stage, and of course the TikTok feed that I was on started freezing and crashing because I'm sure everyone's recording and blah blah blah. And so I think the first song that I saw was Novocaine, but I heard the first note and then it crashed, and then I heard Crack Rock maybe, and then that crashed, and then by all of that time I was like, I'm over it. I'm over it. So what I heard was, even though he was an hour behind to perform, he still cut the set because he, you know, the curfew, and he had to be out and blase blase. So now together, let's try to figure out what happened. So this post, shout out to Jacqueline, I hope I said your name right. I'm assuming that they were at Coachella, and they put, one, he was an hour and a half late, so we were all standing in the cold and waiting. First of all, that's a great point, because I had to check myself because I was complaining about him being late and I was in the bed. Even though we were complaining and we were like in the comforts of our home, like I can only imagine how the people that were actually at Coachella felt. Two, he would have really long, weird and silent pauses throughout his set, like 2 minutes of pure silence. Three, he kept bringing people but not even participating in the song, just letting them sing or DJ. There was also a 6-minute rave in the middle of the concert. Four, his whole stage setup was made so the audience couldn't see him no matter how close we were. We couldn't see the stage, so everyone had to watch the screen the whole time. Okay. 5, the screen itself would rarely show him. 2, you'll see in the videos I will post later, it was like a weird film. I was confused watching the streams that I was able to watch, because for the majority of what I was able to see, it looked like, I was like, is he there? Is he performing? And then the other videos that I saw, he wasn't, like, he was singing for some of the songs, but the other songs, it was giving listening party. What do you mean you up here dancing? Like, where's the microphone, Frank? It's giving karaoke. Conclusion, people travel such far distance to see him, and people had high expectations because he hasn't played in 6 years, and we all got really disappointed. The whole production was just lacking. He was not bringing much to the whole performance. I think he did like 6 total songs of his original music. Anyhow, everyone in the crowd was shook, and a lot of people left early, including me. So now there's a TMZ article. This TMZ article, and the fact that we have to go down to TMZ, child. This says Frank Ocean suffered ankle injury before Coachella forced production changes. Sources close to the situation tells TMZ the accident occurred when Frank was at Coachella rehearsing his set. He wasn't on stage though. We are told the mishap involved bikes used to roam around the grounds. It was serious enough for doctors to advise Frank's production to be changed. One of the major changes involved the use of an ice rink, which was built for Frank's set. I actually haven't heard this. The cast arrived at Coachella on Sunday. We're told the skating routine was scrapped. Instead, they joined Frank on stage as background dancers. It was more walking than dancing, to be honest, and a source tells us they got all hooked up with custom Prada. Excuse me, a lot of people are asking like, okay, well, what did you expect Frank Ocean to do? You want him to do like, you want him to break dance and do somersaults or anything like that? No, not at all. But like, I don't know. I would just want to feel like you want to be there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like for me, like energy is everything. I'm not looking for like a super high energy performance or anything like that. I just want to feel like you care. I don't know. And maybe that is like weird of me or like parasocial of me, but I just feel like you've been gone for so long and there's been so many people looking forward to your performance, and it just like did not, I don't know. It just didn't. I feel like he wants to be left alone, and maybe that could be the case. Maybe that's the case. Okay, let's see this video that Junebug posted. Hold on. So the stage layout was this, essentially. It was like a little small intimate box, and I guess it looks like a recording area or something like that. And then outside of this small box, everything else was done on the screens. Like you saw everything. I love White Ferrari. I know that's right. Frank Ocean ain't got one bounce on. Like what is? Period. You better shake that Rent-A-Cop booty. I know that's right. Oh, this was the DJ set. In the middle of his 6 songs, y'all are saying he performed. He had an intermission in the middle of the 6 songs. He went off stage for a while and he had the DJ play. No. After White Ferrari and solo reprise, they threw ass? Back to this though. Yeah.
As music fans, we need to divest from Frank Ocean. We need to let that dude go. This is in response to his honestly actually just bad Coachella performance, where he showed up an hour late and then got kicked off due to curfew, lip sang, performed weird mixes, you know, essentially stretched for time. And like from what I read, he just wasn't even on stage for a lot of it. And I feel like as music fans, we really, really want this man to come back into our lives in a really earnest way. But continually, it feels like that's not what Frank wants. And that's fine. Like, we really force these artists to like continue to do these services for us, and which will often lead to mediocre work. Because like if Frank were to come back out and the music was bad, like that would suck. But I also feel like Frank could put more effort into giving his fans what they ask for. Because if you spent all that money to go to Coachella and you saw that, that's a dub.
That's tough. That's tough. But he's making points though. Do you know, and again, I'm gonna put myself in the mix just for a second. Do you know how hard it is to appreciate artists that are magical and mythical and elusive? Like it's a very frustrating like song and dance that we have to keep doing, you know what I'm saying? It's like as much as we want these artists to come out, perform for us, put out live music and this and that, at some point it's like, okay, when do we let it go? This is how I feel about Bobby Shmurda. Lean, Bobby Shmurda did, okay. Because you know he was in jail for, it's fine, I'll let you have it. Anywho, imagine if Frank dropped new music last night and we were all sitting here and talking about how trash it was. What's the lesser of the two evils? Like, what would we prefer? Would we prefer him to have a bad performance like this, or would we prefer him to have bad music coming out? I don't know. It's tough. We have a conversation about AI literally every weekly wrap up. I'm actually tired of talking about AI, but it seems like every time we do this, it's like a more heightened conversation. We have a lot of covers to listen to. I haven't even heard any of these. My name, my bag, lick my pussy and my crack.
You gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it.
Now why? 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 Next up, Ariana Grande singing Beyonce's America Has a Problem.
I forgot that deep for me. Baylor is deep
Scary enough, this one sounds a little bit better than the last.
for me. I'm up make it go weak for me.
It's kind of sliding a little bit, right? It's getting wicked out here. Let's go to the next one.
Make it cream, make me scream. I done pull it, make the scene.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me, quick jump out for you. Let it get inside of me. I tell them what.
I don't know what's happening. It's freaking me out. Like it's getting more advanced. We keep having these conversations, but it's like, not that's actually Drake. Listen to this AI generated song featuring Drake and The Weeknd. It goes so damn hard. It's by Ghostwriter977 on TikTok and it's blowing up on socials and streaming platforms. UMG, which controls around 1/3 of the global music market, has already asked streaming platforms to ban AI. And like, honestly, yes, it's getting wicked out here. Yes, like I want more record companies to follow suit of UMG because it's like, yeah, this is getting wild. We're like, oh, not Drake singing WAP. But like, really though, we were talking about Frank Ocean 20 minutes ago and some of y'all in the chat were already like, that's, you know what, Frank Ocean, don't even worry about it. We got something for you. We gonna call up AI Frank Ocean and we gonna have you on the stage. Okay, let's see.
I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber.
How they get Metro Boomin AI on the track?
With my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, the fever and left. She know what she need, she blessed, giving my best. Yeah, I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. What's with that? 21, I love him, then my brother, that's my stat. Metro.
That sucks because it's smooth. That actually sucks because it's hitting.
Talking to a diva, yeah, she on my nerves. She think that I need her, kick her to the curb. All I know is you couldn't have the world, yeah, you were my world. Got these girls on my neck, got these girls on my chest.
Stop!
Baby, on my cheating, baby, yeah. She thinking a Lambo for a drive, it's on the fence door. Then she way out the store.
I'm sick. I'm sick. You're telling me a bot made this beat? You told me a shrimp fried this rice? Ain't no way. We need to pull the plug on this ASAP is what I would say. However, that shit did slide. It's cute right now because it's music, but once they start using people's voices for weird things, how do we decipher what's real and what's not, right? Yeah, because like honestly, if I didn't know any better and I really wasn't paying attention, even like this, like we listened to the other AI covers, but like even this, you really can't tell that it's not real, to be honest. We said that the beat was sliding. We said that the lyrics were sliding. Like, I don't know. That's scary. No, they didn't. No.
You thought I was feeling you now?
See, this is, if we have to draw a line, I feel like people that are no longer here should definitely be off limits. I feel like you can't.
That nigga a munch. Nigga eat it, he ate it for lunch. Bitch on my body, I get what I want. Like you thought I was feeling you now, that nigga a munch. Nigga eat it, he ate it for lunch. Bitch on my body, I get what I want. Like
that's insane. And right, like we said that before, Harrison, like this is the worst that it will sound. Maybe that's the even scarier part. This is the worst I'll ever sound. Okay, this tweet says my mouth is still open. OMG.
My brother, Charles Spring, is 15 years old in year 11 at Jerome Grammar. In my opinion, he is the nicest person in the history of the universe.
That is such a wholesome video. And don't mind me, I'm just getting ready for work. I
Is
just
this loud
needed to
enough?
reply to this video before work because I need to get it off my chest. I thought this video was so cute, like really wholesome. It gives you a good idea of how strong sibling love is. And there's really not much a lot stronger than sibling love, other than if you compare like parent love. And yeah, I would think that's pretty much it. My brother is the sweetest person in this universe. When I was 10 years old, I got my first room alone. And I was so excited because I've been sharing my room with my brothers for so long. So getting my own room was such a milestone. But when the night would creep in, I was scared to sleep alone. So I would go into Jensen's room and I would tell him, Jensen, I'm scared. Can you sleep with me, please? And sometimes he would say yes, and he would just come in my room and he would sleep either on the floor next to me in my bed. Then some nights he would say no. So I would have to go back into my room, be all terrified. And then I would fall asleep. And then I would wake up and Jensen would be on the floor. Another reason why my brother is literally the sweetest person in this world is because he has a lot of tattoos. Like, my brother tatted up, but he only has one name tattoo, and it's mine. Not my mom's, not his girlfriend's, mine. Like, I'm telling you, sibling love just hits differently. Because sibling love hits so differently, that's the reason I'm stitching this video. Because your brother murdered mine.
What? What? Why she's
I'm going to assume that you had no idea about this, considering the fact that you posted that video 7 months after your brother murdered my brother. So let me give you the details. Your brother shot Jensen 16 times.
Whoa!
Hit him with the weapon and had a getaway driver. So no, it was not self-defense. And as you have acknowledged in your video, your brother is an adult and he has to own up to what he did.
If I could just have a moment to breathe for a second. You need a part 2? What y'all want to be said in part 2? Okay, so that's not where I thought that story would go at all. Because you said your brother started sleeping on the floor, then he had your name tattooed on him. I said, okay, I don't really know where this is going. And then she just slid that in. So, well, thank you so much for sharing that.
All I'm asking you, sir, is how is me not wanting her to wear makeup and her not wanting me to work out, how is that any different? So who's the problem?
Wait, he doesn't want... What? He doesn't want her to wear makeup. She doesn't want him to work out? What?
Work out. How is that any different? So who's the problem?
Who's the problem? Exactly, you're the problem. Even he sees it.
He's your nephew. He's 6.
Okay, why are we yelling? Why are we yelling?
He can't count to 10.
My dad forced me to count to 271 one time.
Oh.
And I did it.
Oh.
To get out the corner.
Yup.
He still get put in the corner, man. How is he supposed to help us, Tara?
You never got put in the corner because you don't got a dad. Why y'all silent now? He wanted to start raising his voice, so I had to say something about it.
Why you quiet now? Y'all had so much to say. Oh, you did not have to go there. Not you saying those iPad kids are ruthless. Oh, he did not have to do all that.